Hello everyone, my name is Kay and welcome back to your live feed recaps. Before we get started, if you are not already, make sure you hit the subscribe button below so you can stay updated on recaps all season long. Now, let's get started. So we have just finished day 14 in the Big Brother house and we have a new HOH. That HOH is, for the second time, Miss Miesha Tate. So yesterday started off pretty tense in the Big Brother house with two of the most disliked people, Kirkpatrick and Todd Bridges, just arguing with each other and generally getting on each other's nerves. They weren't really arguing about nothing serious, it was just dishes and cleaning and general roommate drama. What had happened was Kirkpatrick was in the kitchen trying to clean up after everybody, and then Todd Bridges comes in and is just kind of like micromanaging him, talking about the way he cleans, you know, trying to tell him what to do in the kitchen and all that stuff. And he's not helping clean up at all. He's just like watching him and kind of like being annoying as he cleans.
Who uses the kettle?
Everyone does.
They do? For what?
Yes. People use hot tea. People
They usually
other
put it
stuff.
in the microwave.
I don't do that. I use the kettle.
You do? Well, I mean, I'm put it somewhere like right over there where you can get it easy.
Go ahead, Mr.
But it's just, what?
You're getting carried away now, but go ahead.
Why are you so angry at me?
I'm not angry, but you're going to move
So
the kettle. No, I'm not angry. You know I'm not
So
angry.
angry at me,
Will you
Todd.
stop? I'm not angry.
Todd,
You gonna
stop
move
being
the-
angry.
This is
Todd,
what this is what you're doing.
You know what, Todd? You have an inner angry child.
This is what
that
you're
we
doing.
need to
This is what you're doing.
discuss.
Okay, we got to get this. Okay, I'm going to put this. Dude, a kettle goes on the stove. That's where it's always been. If you look at all the movies, where's the kettle?
Okay,
on
Todd.
the stove.
Todd.
Right?
It's two different lives, man.
On the stove, homie.
All right, I'll keep it on
Kettle's
the
always
stove.
been there, bro.
All right.
It just
I'll
has
keep
been. In
it
the
on the
movies,
stove.
it's been there.
Okay.
Don't you see movies where you see the kettle at? On the
I'll
stove.
keep it on the stove.
I know your kettle ain't.
I'll keep it on the stove.
Do you even have a kettle?
I do.
What kind of kettle you got? What's the name of it?
A kettle?
What's the name of
Kettle? Mr. Kettle?
it? Man, you say Mr. Kettle?
Mr. Kettle?
He said it's Mr. Kettle.
And eventually other people like Cynthia and Todrick come in to clean the house and they're all helping clean the kitchen and sweep the floor, and Todd Bridges is just like sitting there watching people clean and doing absolutely nothing. It was kind of funny to watch, but if I was in the house, I know I'd be annoyed too. Todd Bridges has definitely been rubbing some people the wrong way in the house, but also so has Kirkpatrick. So hey, maybe they're a match made in heaven. We got yet another tense moment in the house when Todrick confronted Misha about his true feelings for Kirkpatrick. So, if you don't know the tea, last week when Kirkpatrick was HOH, he had this super secret plan to blindside Todrick and actually take Mirai off the block and put Todrick up. Obviously, we saw Kirkpatrick fumbled the veto and lost pretty bad, so this plan did not end up following through, but word eventually did get around to Todrick. Apparently, Todd Bridges told Todrick that Kirkpatrick was going around saying that he was untrustworthy. He didn't reveal the blind side completely, but he did say that Todrick was untrustworthy, and Todrick did not like this at all. It really bothered Todrick because up until that point, Todrick never plotted anything against Kirkpatrick, which is technically true. I mean, Todrick definitely wants some of Chris's allies gone, but he never really wanted Chris gone himself. Kirkpatrick was technically the one to make the first shot here. So all this culminates into Todrick announcing that Kirkpatrick is his #1 target, and he will make it his mission to get him out of the house.
And I just feel like he's just been being super disrespectful to me. Every day he wakes up and it's like, which version of Kirkpatrick are we going to experience today? It doesn't make me feel stable, doesn't make me feel safe. And I think that the moment it's down to 6 or 4 of us, he's going to be gunning for me. And I just don't fuck with that. Like, today I woke up and I'm like, fuck this game. Like, I'm making it my personal mission to just make sure I last in this house longer than he does, because I just feel like I've been like bullied by so many people that like look like him, remind me of him, and I have tried my hardest to be nice.
He's saying all of this to Misha, and Todrick is going off for almost 2 hours straight. I mean, he is relentlessly digging into Kirkpatrick. It was pretty entertaining to watch, not gonna lie. So in the midst of all this anger, Todrick actually does have a pretty good read of the house. He tells Misha that he thinks Kirkpatrick and Shanna are together, they're a twosome, and they're trying to play the middle, and they're just trying to manipulate us into getting Carson and Cynthia out the house, which is totally true. That was Kirkpatrick's entire plan for his HOH. At one point, Miesha even acknowledges that she would cut Chris Kirkpatrick in order to protect Todrick, and I don't think she was lying about this. I think her true allegiance really is with Todrick. Then we get to the nomination ceremony, where, as no surprise, Miesha nominates Carson and Cynthia for eviction. If one of them does happen to come up on the block, I think Miesha is planning to put Chris Kattan up, and most of the house is okay with letting him go since he wants to go home, and you know, he's not working with anybody. He doesn't have any strong allies anyway, so it's like whatever, it doesn't really matter. But of course, this all comes down to the power of veto, and things can totally change between then. Since Todrick has been getting in Misha's ear more, she seems to be a little bit less trustworthy of Chris Kirkpatrick, so you never know what's going to happen. I could also see a scenario where Misha puts up Shanna to try to weaken Chris Kirkpatrick's game without taking him out directly. A similar thing to when Chris Kirkpatrick put Mirai on the block to weaken Misha's game without taking her out. If that does happen, I can understand feelings being hurt, but hey, it seems even to me. So, even though her game has been very subtle, I actually think that Cynthia is in the best spot in the house right now. Even though she's on the block, nobody actually wants her to leave. She's really amiable and well liked by everybody in the house, and she has Carson as her shield right now. In fact, and I don't know how true this is, but Carson did tell Cynthia that if he won the power of veto, he would use it on her and take her off the block since she has a better chance of making it further in the game than he does. Which was really sweet. I love their friendship so much. They are adorable. So who do you all think is playing the best game right now? Let me know in the comments below. Also, do you think Misha should be targeting Carson and Cynthia, or do you think there are bigger fish to fry in the Big Brother house? We're about at the halfway mark in the season, but there's still so much good game left to be played, so I'm really excited to finish it off. I'll talk to y'all later. Bye.